Welcome back. I'm Shaq. We got ourselves another video. Found a podcast. Group of guys with muscles. They got muscles. And two women talking about marriage is a choice for women and a lifetime commitment for men. Now, I thought what I was hearing from this thing was quite crazy. It's actually quite disturbing. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna guess who I think was saying the disturbing part, but you might be wrong. You might as well stick around. Let's see what happens at the end. Right? Hold up. You just hitting this video, I need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And in the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart, just to let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
Why are the divorce rate so high then?
I don't
Divorce rate for black people.
Divorce too, bro.
I think that you need to know. You need to know.
Speak about it. We need to speak about it. Come on.
You need to know if things aren't working out. I don't like seeing people unhappy, male, female, anyone, men and women. I think that when something is not serving you, whether it's relationships, and a lot of times people realize that then, but they wanted to push through because they were already engaged, that they were already dating for so many years. But I realized, like, no matter how long you've been with someone, you've got to be willing to let go. If somebody's stepping out on you and that's a big firm no for you, then like leave. Like, if somebody, but even if it's just something is in terms of finances, he goes out, he's always at MGM on the weekends, like, and that's a problem for you because y'all are struggling to pay bills. Leave. Like, it doesn't even have to be just super extreme situations, but
did I just hear that right?
Marriage is supposed to be a joint betterment of each other. If you're
well, it is supposed to be extreme situations. Finances, him spending all the money is an extreme thing, and him cheating is an extreme thing. So it is extreme.
If you're not finding yourself being bettered and he or someone is constantly draining someone else, like, it doesn't matter whose side it's on, let it go. And I think that if you're trying to force something that's not, like, if the shoe don't fit, stop trying to put it on. Like, it's gonna crack. You're not Cinderella.
You hear a lot. You hear about a lot of guys who are married that dread it. You know what I'm saying? And they always be like,
every man I know has literally told me, Adia, don't get married.
what?
And I'm like, this literally sounds so miserable. Y'all have been married for umpteen years, and I'm like, why are you sitting here telling me that? That's crazy.
What type of men are walking around telling younger women not to get married? I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never heard that before in my life, but I know what I would think. If they're telling you that, you might not be mentally there. They're probably trying to save some young man. But that's just my assumption. I have never heard men tell women not to get married. They're like telling a cop not to wear a bulletproof vest. Go out there without a vest on. You know, you're good. You're good.
But they all say that. I've literally never met a man who's been married for a long period of time.
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true.
Women just don't speak on it.
I wouldn't say never. There's some dudes out there who like getting married.
The young marriages, yes. Men who have been married for a significant... I don't feel like they got married, and I feel like they found a challenge and did not leave when it could have been leaving where it could have been like an amicable divorce. People, you stay with people too long and now you resent someone, and I feel like you can build a friendship when you leave at a good point. You risk not having anything positive when you stay in spaces where you're not welcome or where you're not wanted.
And I feel like a lot of people have gotten into relationships where at first you thought it was a good relationship, or better yet, like I said before, the sex was good, so you got into a relationship and you realize that there's nothing else after that. And that happens in marriages too, where something was great at first, but you realize, man, you ignored a lot of red flags, and now you're on paper, you're married, you're stuck with this person. You're not really necessarily stuck with them. You should. That's why I say you pro-divorce, because you should have an option to be able to bounce. You know what I'm saying? Just because I signed a piece of paper, I walk down the aisle, doesn't mean that I have to be stuck with you.
Do you even listen to yourself when you talk?
See, that's the confusion though, right? Because I just did a wedding, and you hear these vows, and I'm like, well, the integrity part of me says I'm a man of my word, and I said these words.
I like that.
Does that mean anything?
Don't say you like that gray beard. You don't care. You say words and don't mean it. Your word is not bond. That's what I just heard. Mr. Graybeard over here think that, hey, you know, we got married. That piece of paper means nothing to Mr. Graybeard. That's what I just heard. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm willing to say this either. I'm willing to bet Mr. Graybeard probably cheated.
Major league slut.
Not while he was married. I mean, in his life. I'm pretty sure you're a cheater as well. Yeah, I'm going full out shame tactic on you right now. Oh yeah, man. marriage don't mean nothing to him.
No, they do. They do
right?
mean
You know what I'm
something.
saying?
But
If
things
it's just so
change.
easy and simple, did it mean anything to me, or did I really mean what I said when I said through the thickness and through worse, through evil and through good, through sickness and health? We didn't say it, right? We said it out your mouth. And you said
Everybody has to say it to get married.
That's enough. Put down the mic.
We have to say it in front of the people you care the most about.
Correct.
Right? And then you said, "But I got that back."
Mr. Graybeard just keeps saying he's a liar. That's all he keeps saying. I don't know if he knows that, but that's what he keeps saying.
Right there, though.
No,
you know what I mean.
I have the back door. If it's so many.
No, I mean, I get it for like the stepping out and the breaking of the covenant, the breaking of the commitment. No, you broke my commitment. That's a different story, right?
Correct.
But all through everything else, you gotta work that out.
No,
you gotta work that. You made a bad choice. You gotta work that out.
Somebody gets sick.
He's
you
right.
need to work it out. Like
right. Or
what you saying? Like,
we all want to talk about money.
We gotta work that out.
Exactly.
We gotta work that out. So that's why.
Maybe private school ain't the one right now.
That's why he was surprised when you said pro-divorce, because it's like, how can you pro-divorce?
I just gave you my
I'm only getting married if I think that's a lifelong situation. Because
my thing is, you can have a baby.
You made a bad choice. You made a bad choice.
Bad choice in what regards?
My bad.
Well, let me ask you this: you're pro-divorce, so you're willing to put your children in a statistically disadvantaged position just so you can find happiness.
Who is disadvantaged? I am a product of divorce, and I am phenomenal.
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
I knew y'all two was dumb heifers. I knew it. Where in the world do people think they can combat with stats because of their using a self? That's like Tupac looking people in the face and say, hey, yo, headshots don't mean you gon' be deleted. Tuh. It happened to me, but it used to be all right with one. It's perfectly fine.
That's just the way it is.
That's the wildest thing I ever heard. And that young lady said she has nothing but men all in her life telling her not to get married. So I'm not surprised by how crazy she is.
Phenomenally mean.
Most people get married to have kids.
But they might not have kids at the point they want to get divorced.
When y'all done, I can speak on. I've been divorced, so
Please stop talking.
I don't want to hear Graybeard.
So having parents who are divorced and having the best step parents, that does not define anything. Healthy situations is what defines a children being the best that they can be. There's never been a point where my parents could not discipline me and co-parent. They've co-parented so well to the fact that like it's actually probably would make somebody else crazy. When it came to move me in, they were both there. Everything has been aligned to. They both put me through Spelman. Like it was there. So if you want something to happen, just because that situation no longer works for you does not mean that you don't want still the best for your child. That's a completely different scenario.
But we know
and the only reason why she got to that point of feeling the way she feels is because they split.
This nigga.
If they would have stayed together,
I don't think that would have been a healthy situation for me.
Chaos, because all the fighting, the fussing, the cussing, calling each other out their name would have affected her, and she wouldn't have felt. She wouldn't have felt.
It just sounds like Graybeard can't control himself. Graybeard, just because you and the lady you was with can't control themselves, please stop putting it out there like that. They're like trying to create divorce. That's what it sounds like. You're trying to tell people, hey, yo, marriage is Coca-Cola. Divorce is just Pepsi, baby. Just get it.
Pepsi bottle, a Coca-Cola glass. I don't give a damn.
That's why I keep hearing. And I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered right now. And Graybeard, I'm about to start talking about how you don't work out your legs. You're about to make me upset.
They got divorced because my dad cheated. It wasn't because of arguments. My parents, when I tell you, I never saw my parents argue. Not one time. Like, when they got divorced, I was just like, my dad was just moving stuff out the house. I'm like, what is going on? Like, that's how in a bubble I was. And that was 12. So like as a child, like they protected my innocence. So I feel like it's on the individual.
But they cared enough to do that.
Like I literally didn't see any hurt, pain, strife, none of that. Like I didn't even understand it. But that's how you know you raised a good child and you've given your child a good childhood, because they shouldn't even know what trauma is at that age. Like there's things that you can't help outside of your, what you can't do. Like if something happens to your child, you're not around. But I'm just saying, like, if you're, if somebody does something to you, that's like, if you believe in any religion, like adultery is wrong. So it's like, that's a situation where it was like, I signed up for this, you signed up for this, now you're stepping out. Like you're not, you're not meeting what we agreed to. So at that point, it's your choice. You want to stay with it and be disrespected. And, I thought we were just, we were one, and now you allow somebody else to infiltrate that. So it's just like, do I choose to stay with that?
I mean, on those grounds, I'm with you on that, right?
Like, okay, so
no, I
say is I don't think arguing and disagreements, if there's been no stepping out, I don't think that's grounds for divorce. Because, for example, my grandparents, they're still together. They've been together as long as my mom's been living. That's like 60 years. So they don't even sleep in the same room. But are they getting
That's open, but I love that. I love it.
Everybody's going to butt heads.
Me and my man, we getting separate.
Even me to this day, like if I was to get married, well, hopefully that's what I'm looking forward. If there's no adultery, like I don't want to break up. Like we're gonna figure this out because I'm not gonna be the same woman I was at 25, at 35, at 45. You're not gonna be the same man. So I feel like we both have to flow with each other and just be able to like accept the ups and the downs and everything. You know.
For sure.
That makes sense.
What y'all are saying, here's my thing. I'm trying to get y'all to see the divorce rate's the highest it's ever been. The marital rate's the lowest it's ever been. Black people have the highest divorce rate out of any other culture. I hear what y'all saying about pro-divorce, but what I'm saying is you have to be comfortable knowing that once you get married, marriage is a business. When you treat marriage like a business, you think, hey, if I cheat on my wife, what does that do to the business?
Yeah, some people bad for business.
If I don't do something for my wife or I don't do something for my kids, what does it do to the business? And when you think of it from a business mindset, it changes your whole perspective. You can't just dismantle a business just because you woke up one day and it was Tuesday and you felt like I'm getting a divorce. I just want to dismantle the business. That's not a smart decision. But we've conditioned people to just believe that, hey, we're going to put kids in a statistically disadvantaged situation if they go through a divorce. And we know children that grow up in a divorced household or co-parented household have a harder time in the labor market. They have more emotional issues. They suffer more abuse. They have all these different issues. But it's only in our community where 67% of black boys grow up in single-parent households. And then you see what's happening.
That is all literally up to the parents. And I feel like that still reflects back on the type of people that they were when they were married and why they got divorced and why any of that.
What are you saying? 7 out of 10 times I can initiate a divorce. That's what I'm saying. Is like,
my thing is, but what good is it serving a young boy if his father is constantly doing something disruptive to the family for her to...
Did you just ignore that? Wait, why are you saying that? You're building a narrative and saying that men cause women to get divorces right now, when actually it's because they just didn't feel like being together no more. That's the most common reason. I'm sorry, y'all. I cut her off. Let's see if she says something that makes sense.
Continue to stay there. Or like if somebody is, like I said, people have gambling problems, people have alcohol issues, people have a lot of different issues. The breakdown before we even project onto what that is figuring out why that statistic is what it is and why those women got divorced.
Yeah.
So yes, there can be a skew, but let's say only 3 out of those 10 were just, I woke up today and didn't want to get divorced. That's not 7 out of 10 woke up because of that. People have reasons for wanting to get divorced. If you are like...
Yeah, they already did this. Majority of them, they just didn't want to be with the guy no more. That was majority.
Instead a gambler and you're now putting your family's livelihood in jeopardy. Yeah, because like how you gonna do AAU camp if you out here throwing his basketball money out at MGM at 5 a.m? There's structure and there are things that you can make things work, but there are plenty of children who come from married families who are put in bad situations because parents weren't able to get on the same page. Like it's not, we can't generalize it to the point where we take away from the fact that there's successful situations on both sides, regardless of whatever that statistic is. Because if that's the case, I'm living proof of the fact that that statistic can be just as wonderful as it can be. And I got plenty of people I can go down the list because...
Yeah.
You got plenty. The other side got way more. Like, oh my God, that don't mean nothing. Because of the people you know, it don't mean that the stat is wrong. The stat is correct, my dear. Just sit there and zip it.
Zip.
And first off, you still got Graybeard on your side. He just wants to lead people. I'm building a narrative for you, Graybeard. He just enjoys it. Man, it's just paperwork, baby. That's all it is. You know, just get past all that. He probably on child support. Reckless things he's saying. And I don't like your New Balances.
Sometimes co-parenting is just better for the kids.
But co-parenting is co-parenting.
No, it's not.
Like my mom doesn't even say baby dad.
Well,
like,
sometimes
that's
you're
just her ex-husband or her like child's father. It's always been very respectful. People who want things to be respectful because they're mature adults, they're going to make sure that their children are also raised in a mature environment.
or less hostile. And y'all know y'all don't mess with each other. Y'all know y'all don't like each other. There's no point in you sticking around.
If you talking bad about your child's other parent, y'all together, never grew up hearing any type of behavior like that. So like you set the tone in your household, but that's something married or not. We
gotta close out. I want to just a 1 minute lightning round. Should men get married in 2024? Just closing thoughts. Just want to go.
I'll start off. It'd be quick. Like I said before, I think you should get married if that's something that is fitted into your life journey or destiny for you. If it's a part of your plans and structure, there's something that I think the reward outweighs the risk if it is, and if not, that's up to you to decide. So that's my little spill.
So I feel like, just to go back on the original point, I feel like if you're dating, your intention should be to get married. I feel like at the end of the day, that's what we're here on this earth to do, is to idealistically, realistically just be together, be one, man and woman. So if we take out all the finances, if we take out everything, we should at the end of the day be wanting to come together and love each other. So that's what I feel like the ultimate union is marriage. So I feel like that should be everybody's ultimate goal.
Of course, yes. Like I said, if you're not religious, spiritual, align with chakras, something, speak positivity over your life. If that's
chakras. There you go. There you go. She's crazy. She's crazy. She's one of those. She probably got those cards with the skulls on them saying, boom, oh, this is what's going to happen today. La, 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 la. That's who she is. I don't know, but that's what it sounds like.
Something that you want, then you have to manifest it in a way that you can receive it and be also open to receiving it. Everyone is deserving of marriage, men, women. If a man wants to get married in 2024, there are plenty of women that he can get married to, because those are the women that actually want marriage too. And those are the women that will be drawn to him when he's really ready for it.
Yeah. I definitely feel like men should get married in 2024. I mean, I don't feel like much has changed. You know what I mean? Just like I said,
don't listen to those two. They're saying people should get married, but they should be very quick and open to divorces. Very quick and open. If you're a person who say that, hey, yo, you should be able to get a divorce like it's nothing, like it's just a Tuesday, you shouldn't get married. Like, do they even think the vows mean anything? That's what I want to know. Why would a young lady even say that every guy that she knows say don't get married, and then use that as a talking point, but then say, yeah, I think you still should get married.
That is one big pile of shit.
They're all triggering. They're so triggering. The guy on the right with the off-white shoes, you didn't push back. Why didn't you push back enough? You pushed back in the beginning, but then you just stopped. And letting her just use anecdotal things about herself, saying that I know plenty of people who parents broke up and they're doing just fine. That don't mean nothing. The opposite is higher than yours. And once again, I'm letting y'all know, do not trust Graybeard. I will never trust Graybeard. I think Graybeard should be watched. They should do experiments on him to figure out how he thought what he said makes sense. But that's just my opinion, y'all. I believe if you have a kid, stay together. And if you get with somebody else, damn you. Okay? Damn you. Unless the other person was knocking your head between the washer and dryer. Then you should probably leave them. That's it. This was triggering. It was triggering because there was nobody to push back on them. Wow.
Oh, you didn't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.